strictly stocks will take to the Speedway. So that's how the format for the qualifying portion of our program goes tonight. The Supers, the Pro Stocks, Street Stocks, Bud Lights, Mini Stocks, and then the strictly stocks. And this is our first race of for the first program of the first event of the evening on Gatorade night. The green flag is out. And Chris Burley takes the field right into that number 1 corner with the lead and blasts out of number 2.
They'll come off turn 2 down the back straightaway. Down off turn 4 now. Burley to the lead. Petro way up high. Lowry gets it around sideways, and he'll put it in the wall here on the front straightaway.
Tough break for Jim Lowry Jr. as he come off that 4th corner. He got up high. I think he was trying to avoid Joe Petro with a 99. And he got somewhat up into the marbles, if you will, and made contact with the concrete barrier, the right tire, right rear tire getting into the concrete, and that tire is gone. That is a former Nate Boutwell ride, former Vic Miller car. All right, I'm going to go around once more. That's the word from the flag stand. Jim Beebe and Troy Breggy working the flag stand as they do every Saturday night here at Star. Burley and Petro ready to bring this field down in anticipation of the green flag to restart this event. 1 down, 9 laps remain. Saturday Night Thunder roars out of turn 4, back to racing. And Chris Burley, look at the blast out of turn number 2 as he opens up some asphalt there. Justin Bell Fury in the hunt in the number 1 car as Les Whipple goes inside Joe Petro. Moves into the 3rd spot in the Jimmy Warren Trucking number 9. Apparently pointing at Joe Petro in the infield, trying to draw Jim Beebe's attention to something on the number 99 car. I don't know if he's... Oh, it's David Green. David Green. He's got an oil leak. He's got smoke coming from the number 15, and he's going to get the black flag. Black flag right there for the number 15, Dave Green, with puffs of smoke coming from the number 15 Super. What an enjoyable lead Chris Burley's got at the halfway mark.
This time they'll work down into turn number 1. Off of 2, down the back. Burley the leader, Bell Fury running second. He'll go down into turn 3, about 6 back. That's Whipple now off turn number 4. He'll work down the front straightaway. 6 into the box, 4 more to go for Chris Burley. Burley still the race leader here at this point, down to the spike. That time around, just under 12 seconds, 11-7. Chris Burley now will work off turn number 4, 2 laps to go.
Burley looks like he's the guy to beat thus far. I mean, here in the first qualifier. Big lead in the Barrett Transportation. Burley's Marina number 44 as he's running away and hiding on Justin Bell Fiore. Here's the white flag, and there's 1 more to go.
Chris Burley now, once again, into the first turn. He'll work off of 2 for the last time, down the back straightaway. He's going to try to keep the streak alive here as he comes down the main straightaway. Burley's going to nail it down. Del Fury will finish second. And the number 9 of Les Whipple also into the top 3.
Joe Petro in the Gourmet, number 99, comes around to take the checker for the finish. And Chris Burley gets the job done in the first qualifier for the Super Modifieds out of Raleigh, Massachusetts. Barrett Transportation, Burley Marina sponsored Super. Super for Mark Russell out of Manchester, New Hampshire. And in the number 77, 4 feature wins here at Star this year, Dave Simard out of Plasto. In the number 26, making its way around the 4th turn from Tewksbury, Mass, George Brothers. Brothers in the 26, and Howie Lane, veteran driver, in the number 97 out of Essex, Massachusetts. ISMA Supers out of Lancaster, New York on Thursday night. Artie was just filling me in, telling me that Dave McKnight won this past Thursday night. Congratulations to him on the ISMA Trail. All righty, we're set. Here's the green flag. Saturday Night Thunder from the Supers.
They're working, into turn number 1. Mark Russell and George Brothers get at it over there in the first turn.
Mark Russell and George Brothers getting together in the first turn, and well, you can see the end result where they landed down in the infield. Coming up this Tuesday night on Speedline, we're going to be giving away a pair of tickets for the Busch Grand National Show on the 9th of July. Next is Saturday, so you'll want to tune in for that and take a stab at that. Giving away some tickets for the BGNN show next Saturday at NHIS. All right, we're set to give it another go here. It's a whole different starting lineup with Richardson out in front, and Paul takes the Pennzoil number 10 through 1 and 2 with the lead.
Down the back straightaway, Richardson, Lane, Simard, and Thrall now nose to tail. Brothers going to work on the high side. Here he comes down the front straightaway. Brad Thrall a little loose there in the 93. Down the back stretch, he'll tighten up the top three.
Dave Simard's right on the rear bumper, looking at Howie Lane's number 97 out of turn number 4. George Brothers runs in the 4th spot, and Brad Thrall's down at the rear. So the race right now is going to be for second spot between Howie Lane and Dave Simard. They're going at it out of 4.
Simard trying to find some daylight down underneath. Can't seem to make it work through the edge. And he'll pick the throttle up off of 2 down the back straightaway. This time at the stripe, 4 laps into the books for Paul Richardson.
The Epping Express, number 77, sets up high going into the corner, tries to cut up alongside in 2. Lane pulls him out of the turn, hangs on to the number 2 spot. 2 laps to go for Ricochet. Correction, halfway.
Down the back straightaway they go. Richardson still leading. He'll try to put a lap on Mark Russell in the number 6. Howie Lane running second. Dave Simard trying to reel him in. A little bobble that time between 1 and 2. These guys are going to have to go back in and do some homework before they win this one.
Paul Richardson seems to have the number 10 well dialed in here. Whoa, we got Thrall, Brothers losing a tire, and looks like he busted an axle. The back end just came apart on George Brothers, number 26, sending him into some donuts over there. And look at the tire with the axle.
Must have, from the weakness, must have weakened itself from that accident with the number 6 of Mark Russell.
We're going to call it a finish, Artie, and credit Paul Richardson with the victory in the Marino number 10. He looks like he could be tough come feature time. He was getting around here quite well, and he's got 1 feature win to his credit. I know he'd like to pick up another victory here tonight. The NASCAR Winston Racing Series Pro Stocks are up next. Race fans, ice cream's on sale with our man.
Number 44 out of Middleborough, Massachusetts for Jimmy Rosenfield.
In the number 50 from Barrington, veteran Bob Gahan, and alongside in the 57, it's Eddie Freeland from Woburn.
Piloting the 95, he'll start in the scratch position tonight. Pete Frappier, Pistol Pete, making Star Speedway his home here tonight in the number 95 car.
That's his first start here at Star Speedway. Hails from Litchfield, New Hampshire, and a guy that's won here, of course, in the past at Lee and Hudson. And Fleet Pete Frappier can really get the job done. This is his first debut here. This is a debut here for him tonight. First time in that number 95. We wish him well in his maiden voyage. 10 laps. Jim Beebe on the flag stand with Troy Breggy. We're watching them now. Jimmy calls them out of the turn. Here they are. Heat number 1 for the Pro Stockers.
Charlie Rose will lead him down into turn 1. Freddie Scaff is there. Rose will get the jump, but Scaff battles back. Nose to tail, now the top 3, side by side. They'll work into turn 3 and off 4.
Danny Bezanson down low in the Bill Murphy 7M car as he races Rose for the number 2 spot. Rosenfield on the outside of Bob Gahan. You can put a blanket over those top 5 as they blast out at turn number 2.
Down the backstretch they'll go. Scaff, Bezanson, Rose, and Gahan now battle it out side by side. Bezanson backs out of it. Let Scaff get it straightened out and drives it back down underneath. Scaff's going to have to go up high this time. Bezanson's looking for some daylight.
Fantastic pro stock racing in the first heat of the night here as Gahan and Rose are hooked in a battle for the 3rd spot. Danny B underneath Freddie Scaff out of 4, and Bezanson leads the lap, completing lap number 3.
Down into turn 1, off of 2. Bezanson and Gahan will follow now. Gahan down the back straightaway. Scaff looking for some room to fall in. Can't seem to make it work. Charlie Rose has got the nose down underneath this side by side of the stripe.
Eddie Freeland spins the number 57 car, exiting turn number 4. Will he pull the yellow down? We're keeping a watch on him. Keeping a watch on Jim Beebe. The field roars into 3. Here they are out of the 4th corner, and they're going to go yellow. Whoops, Freeland just got it fired as Jim Beebe threw the yellow flag. So he'll go to the rear for the restart, and we've got a fantastic qualifier going here for the Pro Stock Division. Danny Bezanson in the Bill Murphy Murphy's Waste Oil 7M is leading it. Either a video cassette, and if you order tonight's action here at the Speedway, it's only going to cost you $10.
Unbelievable deal. Bill Channel always going out on a limb for everybody here at the Star Speedway. and for those of you that watched the tapes. Green flag out once again. Danny Bezanza now off turn 4. Will lead it. Bobby Gahan says no way. He's going to mount the charge, and Scaff's going to go around.
Yep, Scaff spun over there, and he collected Pete Frappier with the number 95. We go back to yellow. Look at these two. Bezanza and Gahan racing back to the yellow out here in the front straightaway, but Freddie Scaff's got the 30.
Lights are out on the Speedway. Race fans once again. Bezanson and Gahan have at it. Here they come off turn number 4 down the front straightaway.
Green flag over the Speedway. Bobby Gahan and the WCLB sponsor number 50 races the high side out of turn number 2. He's going to waltz into that third corner alongside Danny Bezanson, inches apart, almost number to number. Here's Gahan with a little bit of an advantage. Danny B fights back on the inside.
Down on the bottom side, driving to Bill Murphy's waste oil, car number 7M. He's got the point, but here comes the 50. Back down into turn number 3, side by side, wheel to wheel off of 4.
Great racing here in heat number 1. Gahan's got the lead. Whoops, Rosenfield and Charlie Rose touched out here in the front straightaway, around with the 91. Charlie's got the engine fired. Let's see here. We're going to go yellow. Yellow flag for Charlie Rose. Tough break for him. He was running right up there.
Jimmy Rosenfield, little tag going on there in the number 44.
Didn't really catch it, did he? Here they come for the restart. Beebe turns them loose, drops the green flag, and they roar out of 4. And Freeland spins in the 57 again. Eddie Freeland looping the number 57.
Down the back straightaway they'll go. Gahan, the leader. Bezanson running second. Freddie Scaff now is third. Frappier, Rosenfield, and Rose battle it out now.
Charlie Rose right behind Jim Rosenfield. Maybe a bear's watching that closely. Oh, yeah, look at that. Rose right up behind Rosenfield. He says, hello, how are ya? Reached the halfway mark here as Gahan is way out in front here. Bill Murphy's number 7M with Danny Bezanson behind the wheel. White flag out, one more lap to go.
Bobby Gahan a little loose that time, John, off of turn number 4. Be a little slick over there. They'll work down the back straightaway.
Charlie Rose is all over the back of Jim Rosenfield. Rosenfield looks like he may have given a little bit of a break there coming out of turn number 2. Here's the checkers. Gahan wins it. Second goes to Danny Bezanson, Scaff, Frappier, Rosenfield, and Rose. All righty. I think that Charlie Rose is none too happy with Jimmy Rosenfield. But Bobby Gahan ends up victorious in WCLB 105.7, sponsor number 50. Cox Vogler Motorsports spot.
Jim Beebe's going to check the field one more time, shut the lights down on the Speedway, indicating next time around things will be under the gun. A lot of veterans in this one. McClure, Fiandaca, the A1 of Mike Wheaton. A couple of hard chargers, Eric Hudson, Mitch Wendell, and Mike Catino.
All right, the field is set. Ernie Holland and Alan McClure making up that front row. Beebe watches the field closely. Here they come, waves the sticks, calls them out of the turn. Green flag out, racing down the front straightaway. McClure on the high side of Ernie Holland.
Down into turn 1 they go, up high, 3 wide. Fiandaca's looking for some room, and here comes Eric Hudson. He's going to go with him down the back straightaway underneath. Holland way up high. Fiandaca trying to hammer it off turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Pete Fiandaca can't hang on to it through the ends, but he hammers it down the backstretch.
Ernie Holland runs the outside on that 31 car. Here comes defending champ Eric Hudson strong, and then a nasty Neil Murray number 7 car down low on Holland. Racing for the number 2 spot, has second spot coming by the start-finish line. Now Alan McClure recovers as he races the inside of Wheaton, goes to the inside of Ernie Holland, and Holland is off the back straightaway. Holland got up into the marbles on that expanded back straightaway there. Yellow is out.
Great job done by all 3 drivers right there, John. Mitch Wendell, Mike Catino, and Ernie Holland also to miss that accident. Those guys went spinning wildly down the back straightaway, but they did a great job without collecting each other. That was unbelievable. these guys got some feature wins between the two of them.
That's for sure, and so does Wheaton and McClure. Here they come, green flag out. Out of the corner they come. Restart here. Wheaton goes to work on the inside of Eric Hudson with McClure and Wendell right behind.
Down the back straightaway they go. Fiandaca, the leader. Wheaton is right there. Hudson's going to go to work on the high side now. Eric Hudson off turn number 4. Got a half a car back on the 135 of Peter Fiandaca. Now side by side off turn 2.
Wendell and McClure race side by side, but boy, look at that thing develop in the third turn here. Redevelop, if you will. Hudson works high off turn number 4. Has got the lead at the stripe.
Down into turn 1, Eric Hudson, our new leader. Fiandaca second, Mike Wheaton third, Mitch Wendell now into fourth, and Alan McClure into the top 5. Nose to tail, here they come at the stripe.
They're halfway with 5 down, 5 to go here. The race developing now for third spot as Wendell goes underneath. Mike Wheaton, he's racing him for that third spot out of turn number 2. Hudson with a comfortable margin, about a car length down the back straightaway.
Off of 4 down the stripe, Hudson, Fiandaca, Wheaton, Wendell, and the 22 of Alan McClure. Nose to tail once again now. Wheaton now looks underneath the 135 of Peter Fiandaca. Can't seem to make it work. He had to back out, John.
Mike Wheaton giving Pete Fiandaca fits on that one as he tried to put the nose underneath him going into the corner. Wheaton continues to look low coming out of the turn. Mike's right on the traveling man's rear bumper down the back straightaway. 2 laps to go for Eric Hudson and company when they combine the flag stand.
Battle once again for a second spot. Fiandaca, a lot of smoke that time going in the corner. Had to lock up the brakes a little bit loose that time. Down the back straightaway, Mitch Wendell now goes to the high side. Bump and grind, white flag is out.
Hudson running away and hiding, but the race continues to go on for the number 2 spot as Fiandaca's right there in the number 2 corner. Look at Wheaton right on his rear bumper down the back straightaway, and Fiandaca's using up a lot of asphalt there. Here's the checkers. Fiandaca gets by. Wheaton comes underneath. He's going to go to second. Wendell will get third. Oh, boy, the 2 veterans. Wow. Fiandaca and Wheaton right down to the wire there. Okay, they're set. They're going 8 laps, Star Speedway fans, here on Gatorade night. Out of the turn, green flag out, and we are underway. And Rob Ball leads the field into the corner.
Mullins is there, Don Little, the 09, Jay Sands, McKenzie, and Beecher. Everybody scrambling there off of turn 2 down the back straightaway.
Don Little runs the high side in the 09 car right alongside Stevie Mullins as he battles for the second spot with him. Rob Ball in the Imperial Sign 03. Look at Mullins fill the hole downstairs going into turn number 1. Shagnon spins the 08 car. Correction, McKenzie looping the 08 car. Stevie O'Brien was involved as well. And they're coming out of turn number 4, and they got the yellow flag. Don Little takes the field into the corner with the lead in that sharp-looking 09. Rob Ball, Jay Sands race out of 2 for second. Stevie Mullins strong in the number 23 car. He's running in the 4th spot. Then it's Brian Beecher and Bob McKenzie.
Turn 4 now down the front straightaway. Nose to tail, the group of cars now off of 2 down the backstretch. Little, Sands, and Ball now starting to straighten themselves out.
Brian Beecher challenges Steve Mullins as they work that third turn. Beecher in the 57 down low out of the corner, right up behind Rob Ball. And here's Jay Sands putting the pressure as the field worked their way into that first turn out of 2. Jay Sands is racing Don Little for the lead on the back straightaway.
Down into the third turn. Little closes the gap. Sands got the point down on the low side. Can't seem to make it work off turn 4.
It's a great race here in the qualifier for the Street Stock Division. 4 laps completed, 4 remain. Here is Jay Sands. Starts that line down the inside once again, and Donnie Little beats him into that corner, shuts the door on him. Here's Sands fighting back on the inside one more time. And again, Don Little moves that 09 car down low and drives a fine line, a straight line through 1 and 2. Sands fights back on the inside. Mullins is third. Is Sands going low, going into the corner. Whoops.
Sands backs out of it. Little right around sideways, hangs on. They straighten out. Rob Ball and Bob McKenzie get together.
Yeah, they hooked together. They slowed over in the fourth corner, and they ended up locking up in that fourth turn, bringing out the caution flag here on the 6th circuit. 1-2, Stevie Mullins, Brian Beecher, and McKenzie. That's your field as Jim Beebe turns them loose, drops the green flag, and here they come out of 4.
On the front straightaway one more time. John Little on the low side. Sands up high. Beecher's back in this thing. Mullins is down low. Those guys are nose to tail, side by side.
Got a good race already going on for that second spot as Brian Beecher runs the outside of Stevie Mullins. He's right in tow, right behind Jay Sands. White flag out. One more lap to go. Stevie Mullins continues to battle Brian Beecher for that third position, and Mullins has the advantage out of turn number 2. He's going to try to put the nose underneath Sands going into the turn. Here's the checkers. They'll finish it. Donnie Little leads him out of the corner. He's going to win it. Second will go to Sands. Mullins third, Beecher, and McKenzie making up the top 5 in the first qualifier for the street stock division. So a strong run for Don Little.
Mike Ness will go to the lead. Rossi on the high side. Flanders and Olsen is there. Here comes Big John DeBarro, 3 wide down the backstretch.
A little distant warning there from the flag stand from, well, let's continue on. We've got a great race. Oops, Rossi off the back straightaway is Big John DeBarro. Goes right down the middle, Artie, and he races for the lead out of 4, chasing Bobby Flanders.
Down the front stretch this time. Flanders the leader. Big John to the high side, working the wheel heavy that time in the corner. He'll power it down the back straightaway, and he's looking for the lead.
Bad boy racing is what it says on their t-shirts. Here's the big guy taking the lead out here. Tommy Barrett spins the 2X. You don't see that too often. Halfway, 4 down, 4 to go. Rich Rossi races Flanders for second spot.
A work down the back straightaway this time. DeBarro, Flanders, Rossi, and Olsen now the top 4. Mike Ness trying to put a move on Allie Olsen as they come down the front straightaway.
Rossi staying right there with Flanders. He's looking low between 1 and 2. He's right on the rear bumper. Flanders got a little loose, but gathered it up on the back straightaway. There'll be 2 laps to go for Big John DeBarro when he comes by the start-finish line. 2 to go.
Flanders a little loose that time. Rossi also loose. These guys are all over the place here in the street stocks. They're going to have to tighten them up. Come feature time. Here comes the white flag. 1 to go for Big John DeBarro.
Bad boy racing, it says on their t-shirts, and the big guy is leading it. Whoa, Flanders around, exiting turn number 4. He was racing second spot with Rich Rossi. Bobby's got it fired back up again. Sharp-looking number 28. Also races at Hudson International. Here's the checkers, and Big John DeBarro wins the qualifier. Rich Rossi. The Rossi brothers 42nd. Allie Olsen finishes in 3rd. Mike Nest will finish in 4th. And credit Steve Rossi with a 5th place finish in the Somerville number 4. Industrial number 51. Gary Knoll, now part of that race team. Avery Industrial Truck Service. The back row is Steve Kolofsky and Tom Broderick in the number 99. Tommy Broderick runs Hudson Speedway in the Thunder division. Okay, they're set. Here they come. Heat number 1 for the Bud Lighters, 10 laps.
They'll work down the front straightaway into turn number 1. 74 will go to Bolton, will go to the lead. Bolton up high. Lee Weldy now into the second spot. Barton the leader. Barton, Weldy, and Baldwin now down on the low side.
The Intimidator works the low groove coming out of the corner. And Steve Kolofsky's right behind him as Barton got way high. Actually, Barton is leading at Bolton. We got to straighten those two out up here. Lee Weldy is running in second with Georgie Baldwin running in the third spot, Kolofsky, and Chris Bolton. Here's Lee Weldy looking for the lead out of 2.
Paul Matthews also looking for some racing room. Dave Rosenfield is there. They're side by side, nose to tail. Things bunch up a little over there off turn 4. Weldy a little loose.
Boys are running inches apart coming out of that fourth corner. Stevie Kolofsky's down low, fighting for the fourth position with Bolton.
Nose to tail once again down the front straightaway. Barton, Weldy, the double L of Baldwin, then Bolton and Kolofsky. They're side by side, the top 5. You could throw a blanket over them.
Lee Weldy continues to fight for the number 2 spot on the inside as George Baldwin glues it down on the outside. He nudges ahead out of turn number 2 into the second spot. Bolton was loose out of the corner, gathered it up, continues racing side by side with Paul Matthews. Here's George Baldwin racing for the lead. Great Bud Light qualifying action here at Star Speedway on Gatorade night.
Just past the halfway point. Baldwin will give him a shot. Barton the leader. Looks like they're going to go side to side. No, Baldwin's going to look underneath. Here he comes.
Nice move. Baldwin has got that thing worked out when he comes off the corner like that, just like Steve Kolofsky. Kolofsky patented that, and Baldwin followed it. Here's Weldy to the inside of Barton. Baldwin, Barton, and Bolton. Sounds like 3 attorneys.
Kolofsky now up in there. He's trying to get underneath. Weldy a little loose. They back out of it, though. He straightens it back out. Weldy hanging on for second. Kolofsky now's got the nose in there. Barton will go high. White flag is out for Baldwin.
Baldwin with 1 more to go. Look at Matthews and Bolton coming together out here.
Barton looks like he could have a tire going down. He'll work down the back straightaway into the third turn. Here comes the winner, George Baldwin. Lee Weldy, Kolofsky, Matthews is into the top 5, and Barton will round it out.
Out of Drake and Mass, Mason's Welding, Mason's Aquarium, sponsor number 67. Here they come, the green flag out. Timmy Casey leads them down the front straightaway.
Thompson gets into Rollins. Sullivan's down low. Nowak and Vandaka go at it. Side by side, door to door down the backstretch. Thompson's going to take them up high. Rollins is going to make the pass.
Great racing going on behind Ian Thompson here as Billy Sullivan goes to the inside of Rich Novak. Vandaka and Tommy Mason are side by side. And Dan Delaney, he's watching the whole thing from down back. Your leader is Tim Casey.
Casey, Rollins. Sullivan now makes it by Ian Thompson. Vandaka's going to go, and here comes Dave Delaney. He looks down low.
Good race going on for third. Sullivan showing some sparks. May have a tire going down on the number 38. Oh, yeah, he's got some handling problems there.
Little loose that time off the fourth turn. Vandaka will capitalize. He'll go by. Nowak, Mason, and Thompson now looks to go by. Sullivan something amiss on the number 38.
Brett Rollins closing in on the race leader, Tim Casey. He has narrowed that thing down to about a car length down the back straightaway. Delaney and Sully race side by side. A couple of Irishmen, and Delaney wins out there. 2 laps to go. Or halfway, I'm sorry. Halfway.
5 down, 5 to go for the Epsom native Tim Casey as he'll work down the backstretch one more time. Picked up a win at the Hudson Speedway a couple of weeks ago. Still trying to sort things out here at Star. Down the front stretch, Casey, Rollins, Vandaka, Nowak, and Delaney will go around.
Tommy Mason got into the back of Rich Novak over there in the fourth corner. And Dan Delaney did not want to make contact, so he kind of got up high and looped the number 11 car. The Cohasset Import sponsor number 11. Everybody's running along here as Brett Rollins is running right behind Tim Casey. There'll be 2 laps to go, and they combine the flagman.
Pete Fiandaca trying to reel him in. Looks like he's going to run out of time.
That's your race right there for the lead, fans, as Brett Rollins is dogging Tim Casey right on his rear bumper. Here's the white flag. 1 more lap to go.
This time, down the back straightaway they go. Casey a little loose. Rollins going to look for some daylight up high. He goes in the middle, pretty crisscross. And no, he's going to the high side. Checkers are out.
Good race.
Casey will hold him off. Rollins, Fiandaca, Mason, and if I'm not mistaken, Sullivan. Billy Sullivan could be credited for 5th because the 11 was down a lap, I think.
Okay, here they come, the mini stalkers for 8 laps out of the turn. Troy Brickey turns them loose. And Stevie Dave Rosalia with the number 56 car goes into the lead. Doug Collier runs in second. Billy McCarthy moves strong on the inside out of turn number 2 in the 3rd spot as he goes by Sullivan. Paul Marson runs in the 5th position in that number 45.
Dave Rosalia, the leader once again. Collier running second. McCarthy, Sullivan, Marson, Arsenault, and Scott nose to tail now. McCarthy's going to go to work on the 89 of Doug Collier. McCarthy got the short end of the deal that time. He had to back out of it.
Here's Marson coming along the outside of Sullivan for the 4th position. Bill McCarthy strong out of the 2nd corner as he comes right up behind the Pinto of Doug Collier. Right on his rear bumper coming through the 3rd and 4th turns. Dave Rosalia continues to lead as McCarthy shooting to the inside and moving underneath the number 89 in the 2nd. Now let's see if Billy can catch up to Dave Rosalia.
Down the back stretch they go. He's trying to rail him in. This time off turn number 4. 4 laps down, we're halfway.
Bill McCarthy in the McCarthy Transportation, number 30, trying to reel in race leader Steve Dave Rosalia as Paul Marson challenges or comes up behind Doug Collier in the number 89. But a car length back going into that 3rd turn. Races for 3rd, Marson on the inside of Doug Collier.
Collier up high, he'll bobble in turn 2. Marson's going to go by. Tough break for him as he was hanging tough in the number 89. This time around, 2 to go for Stevie D.
Prior to last Saturday night's rainout, Marson's been on a roll. He had 2 in a row here. And he had 1 down at Hudson. Well, 3 in a row. Here's the white flag. 1 more to go. McCarthy's coming right up behind Dave Rosalia. We're going to have a challenge right down to the wire here. They work into that 1st corner. Dave Rosalia lost the groove. He's paying attention to McCarthy. He knows McCarthy's back there.
Real nice.
Yeah, McCarthy's going to go high going into that 3rd turn now. They're going to race for the checkers. Out of the corner, Dave Rosalia down low. And it's going to be McCarthy settling for 2nd. Paul Marson finishes in 3rd. Doug Collier 4th. And Corey Sullivan rounds out the top 5 in the O2.
Nice job done there by the defending track champ. He knew he was there. He got a little loose and held it down to the bottom of the track. Great job done there.
All right, they're set. They go with 8 laps.
Green flag is out, Johnny. Here they come down the front straightaway. And Lively will go to the lead. Ouellette looks like he's going to go around.
He does.
Oh, and then he backed into him. Take that.
Jason Marr.
Tough break there. Those guys came together down the front stretch.
And a slow start for Dave Matthews as a result of it in Quigley's 24. Flag out.
And Naki into the back of Lively. Saucia, the leader. Dunleavy's there. Here comes Matthews in the number 24.
And look at Jimmy Dunleavy, my ex-classmate at Lowell High School back in 1969. Can you see that? He's out in front here.
Down the front stretch they go. Dunleavy a little bit loose here. Crosses him over. Matthews trying to reel him in down the backstretch. Matthews definitely on the move here, but you got to give the credit to Dunleavy because he's holding him off.
Dave looks right at home, and Quigley's number 24 says stepping out on the side of that number 24, and Dave Matthews is stepping out right now. Trying to bring it up to the number 72 on the outside, Jimmy Dunleavy. Dunleavy goes blasting through 3 and 4. A good line out of the corner.
98, Kevin Ouellette, and also Anaki in the number 4 car back to Star Speedway.
Alan Anaki, fresh off a win last weekend at the Monadnock Speedway. He runs strong at the dog. All righty, Toy Beggy's got flags crossed over halfway. And Matthews is coming up high out here in the front straightaway. Look at Anaki on the outside of Kevin Ouellette. They race for that third spot out of turn number 2. Ouellette's got the advantage hanging on to the spot, but here comes Anaki strong on the outside.
Trying to hang on side by side off of 4. Here comes Matthews, going to try it one more time. Down into turn number 1. He's going to look low. Dunleavy goes up high in the 72. Here comes Matthews underneath. He's got the spot. And he hangs on here between 3 and 4.
He's got the lead out of the corner. 2 to go is the word from Breggy on the flag stand. That, my friend, is mini stock experience. That is a sign of a former champion. He just found his way by Jim Dunleavy to move into the lead here. And Herb Quigley's number 24. The white flag is out. 1 more lap to go.
Down the front straightaway they go last time around. Here comes Dunleavy back around once again. He looks underneath of Matthews. Down the backstretch they go. Half a lap to go. Off turn 4. Here comes the winner. Dave Matthews is going to win it. Dunleavy and Anaki go at it, but Dunleavy will hang on. Anaki for 3rd and Ouellette for 4th. And rounding out the top 5 is going to be the number 57 of Roger Saucier.
What did I tell you at the start of this race, Artie? I said if Dave Matthews feels comfortable with that car.
The number 15 is Jerry Dodge. All right, Jonah Del Genio used to drive it. We got Jerry Dodge driving it now. Steve Tetro on the outside in the 33. And in the 55, Stephanie Brindle. Oscar Leclerc, the 45. J.R. Burrill in the number 17. And
also drawn the 66, Mike Siemens.
The newcomer to the strictly stock game here. All right, Troy's calling him out of the turn. Here's the green flag. We got a drag race down the front straightaway in our qualifier. 8 laps for the strictly strict stock, says Steve Tetro. And Oscar Leclerc race side by side out of turn number 2. Stephanie went blasting by the outside of Jerry Dodge. Hope his girlfriend don't get jealous. Here's Oscar Leclerc taking the lead.
They go, Leclerc to the lead. Tetro running 2nd. Brindle is up high, but here comes the 17 of J.R. Burrill. Phil Burrill Jr. down the back straightaway in the famed number 17.
Certainly is. Oscar Leclerc out in front here with Steve Tetro hot on his heels as they work the first and second turns. And Leclerc about a car length the lead out of the number 2 corner.
Down the backstretch that time. Hooked up in the 45. He'll slide it off turn 4. Tetro is in tow, but here comes the 17. He's trying to reel him in. As they work off of 2 down the backstretch, and he has reeled them in. J.R. Burrill looks to make a move on the 33 of Steve Tetro.
Halfway, Artie. Halfway. 4 down, 4 to go. Tetro and Burrill battling for second spot. J.R. powers underneath and moves to second.
On the backstretch one more time. J.R. Burrill looking to pick up the number 45 of Oscar Leclerc. In trouble here, the 66.
Mike Siemens is going to get the black flag. Oh boy. J.R. Burrill has closed up on Oscar Leclerc, and this one, my friend, is going to go right down to the wire as Burrill runs the high side out of the corner. 2 to go.
2 laps to go for Oscar Leclerc, trying to hang on in the number 45. He'll work down the back straightaway. Burrill right there in tow. Oscar trying to make the move up high. Burrill looks for some light. White flag is out. 1 to go.
JR runs the high side, coming down the front straightaway, right on the rear bumper of Oscar Leclerc going into the corner. Here's JR going high down the back chute, putting that number 17 to the high groove going into the corner. They're racing for the checkers. Here's Breggy waving it. Out of the turn they come. It's going to be Oscar Leclerc with JR Burrill on his rear bumper. Steve Tetro finishes in 3rd. Stephanie Brindle will be credited with 4th spot, and Jerry Dodge is going to come around to finish in the 5th and final position in the number 15.
Weber in the number 30. The 11X is out there. And also another car, looks like the Zero. New car here to this division at the Star Speedway. Keep your eyes on the front row as they come off turn 4 now.
All righty, the green is out, Artie.
Allen and Frazier now to the front. Patterson and Lewis are in there.
Peter Frazier, look at this, 4 abreast going into the corner. Whoa, Weber and Lewis touch. Mighty Mike gathers it up, here comes Lewis down the inside. I think that's Dean Weber in that number 30, Artie. It's got to be.
Dean Weber off of 2, down the back straightaway they go. Lewis not giving him any room up high. He'll drive it back down underneath. Give him a shot going in. Weber is right there. This is what it's all about.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you, these two have gone at it in the past at Hudson International. They've put on some great races at Hudson in the past, and here they are back in '94 at Star Speedway. Dean Weber and Mighty Mike Lewis having at it here as they're going for bragging rights in the qualifier.
Down the front stretch they go once again into turn 1. Weber the leader. Lewis hammers him in the tail end. And the number 3, the 11X, and then Palin in 4th. And then the number 37 of Pete Frazier.
Jim Beebe's off the flag stand. I mean, he's livid down there. Oh, he just gave Lewis the high 5. Big time warning from Jim Beebe. I mean, he just jumped off that flag stand. Lewis and Dean Weber really going at it here in the Strictly Stocks. You gotta love it.
Past the halfway point, 3 laps left to go for Dean Weber. Lewis has got a slight advantage now on the high side. They're coming up on a slower car.
They are. And Lewis may use it to his advantage. Here they come out of the corner. They're side by side. And the slower car pulls down very graciously. And collects Weber. Look at Lewis now. Lewis is going to go out in front. Mighty Mike Lewis taking the lead here.
Weber's going to drive it back down in, trying to reel him in. Can't seem to pick it up. Lewis is going to take the lead. White flag is out. 1 lap to go.
All right, let's see now if Dean Weber can. They're going to go very easily through the dust over there. They didn't know what was on the other side of that cloud. Lewis opened up a 2-car length lead on the back straightaway. They're coming around to finish. Troy throws the checkers. Here they are, and Mighty Mike wins it. Dean Weber goes second. The 11X finishes in third. Brian Palin in the 11 car will finish 4th. And that one was a wild one right down to the wire. Mighty Mike Lewis out of Tewksbury, Massachusetts, takes the victory in the second Strictly Stock qualifier here at Star Speedway on Gatorade Night. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we hope you've enjoyed the racing program thus far here, the qualifying rounds of our Gatorade Night. Race director Bob Walker's advising we're going to take a 10-minute intermission and then come back on the other side and get right into the features. Pontiac Grand Am GT. As the pace car pulls into the pit area, the field now bunched together. Final parade lap around here before we go to green for our 30-lap NASCAR Winston Racing Series Pro Stock feature. First feature race of the evening, Ernie Holland and Fred Scaff, Alan McClure, Pete Biandaca, Danny Bazanson, Mike Wheaton, Jimmy Rosenfield, Eric Hudson, Bob Gahan, Mitch Wendell, Pete Frappier, Eddie Freeland, Mike Catino, Charlie Rose, Bob Whitney, and Henry Sirignano. The field is set. And here they come. Green flag is out. And we are racing in the Pro Stock feature. Ernie Holland takes the field down through 1 and 2. Alan McClure looks low on Holland as McClure goes to the inside, looks low. Up top is Fast Freddie Scaff racing Holland for the lead out of turn number 4.
Down the front straightaway, still side by side, the top 10. NASCAR's Pro Stocks at their best. Off of 2, you can throw a blanket over those first 10 cars.
Freddie Scaff up top going into the corner. He's got the advantage out of the turn as Holland bobbled a little bit. Here's Biandaca coming to the outside of Holland, racing Ernie for second spot on the Traveling Man. Moves into the second position. McClure behind Holland as Wheaton goes to work in the A1 car. He is alongside Holland. Holland gets loose. Eric Hudson and Mitch Wendell as McClure is boxed in behind Ernie Holland.
3 wide that time down the front straightaway. They'll go down the backstretch. Freddie Scaff, Biandaca, Mike Wheaton, and Eric Hudson, the top 4. Mitch Wendell is in there. Holland and McClure now go at it.
Boy, this certainly looks like it's going to be a great feature, Artie, as McClure goes by the outside of Holland. They touched a little bit. Here's Danny Bazanson on the inside, racing now McClure. Frappier and Rosenfield, they go by. Henry Sirignano spun in the second corner, but he's got his car powered back up and continues on. Mikey Wheaton moved by Biandaca into second. Here goes Eric Hudson. Eric Hudson on the move. In the number 7 car as he races Biandaca on the inside. Then it's Mitch Wendell. What a great race developing here. Your top 5, you can put a blanket over them. Further back, it's McClure as Wendell goes to the inside of Biandaca. They race side by side for the 4th position down the fast back chute here at Star Speedway.
Off turn 4, here they come. Freddie Scaff, Mikey Wheaton, the veteran. Down into turn number 1. 1, 2, and 3 is the champ, defending champ Eric Hudson, Mitch Wendell, and Biandaca. McClure and Bazanza go at it now. Gahan looking for some room, and Pete Frappier's up in there.
Fast Freddie Scaff looking to pick up his first of the year. Mike Wheaton in second spot. Eric Hudson, Mitch Wendell, and then Frappier. Danny Bazanson, Rosenfield, Gahan, and McClure. We've got Eddie Freeland spun around in the number 57. Keep an eye on him as Scaff led the lap out here on the front straightaway. Look at Mikey Wheaton. Freeland's got it rolling. Mike Wheaton goes to the lead on the back straightaway here. On the 9th circuit, we got a new race leader. Passing flag for Henry Sirignano as Wheaton leads the charge.
Down the front straightaway they go into 1. Put a lap on Sirignano. Wheaton, Hudson, and here comes Mitch Wendell now, trying to look for some racing run. Wendell tries to stick it down underneath. Freddie Scaff's going to slam the door. Hudson down underneath, makes the move. Eric Hudson, another one of those guys that likes to make that move off turn number 4.
And he's right on the rear lid of Wheaton as they file freight train style down the back straightaway. Wheaton trying to hang on here and pick off a win for Bob Nolay. He's got Nasty Neal's car right behind him. They go 1-2 into that first and second turn and out of the number 2 corner. Scaff holding on to a solid third, but he's getting a lot of pressure from Mitch Wendell as they race for that 3rd position. Here's Hudson looking low. Wendell off the speedway. He soars up to the top of the 4th corner, but Mitch keeps the volley back, number 21, rolling along out here. Tough break.
Tough break for him, John. He was in there, drove in a little bit over his head, and come up a little bit short. Freeland goes around one more time. Here comes the A1 once again of Wheaton, Hudson, Scaff, Biandaca, and Bazanza now in the top 5.
They've got nothing but clear speedway ahead of them now as they get set to go halfway in the 30-lap Pro Stock meet. 15 laps completed here. Wheaton continues to lead it with Hudson right on his rear bumper. Look at that, right out of turn number 2. Wheaton comes right up behind him, or rather Hudson comes right up behind Wheaton. But Wheaton doing everything he can to thwart the efforts of Eric Hudson.
On the front straightaway one more time now. Danny Bazanza looks underneath of Peter Biandaca. They'll go to work. Here comes Bobby Gahan now trying to make it by the solo car of Sirignano, Frappier, Rosenfield, and McClure.
Great run here for Mike Wheaton and Eric Hudson. Wheaton pulls Hudson down the back straightaway. Hudson got loose on the back straightaway, got up into the marbles. Gathered it up though. Hangs on to the number 2 spot and running.
Down the front stretch one more time. Here they go down the back straightaway. Wheaton nose to tail with Eric Hudson. Hudson waiting to make a move, looking for a caution flag. He's going to go underneath. No, he's going to hang on. Here they come. Freddie Scaff, Danny Bazanson, Biandaca, and Bobby Gahan now has made it into the top 5.
Eric Hudson's doing everything he possibly can to set Wheaton up to pass. Again, he looks low out of the corner, but Wheaton beats him out of that 4th turn and down the front straightaway. 10 laps remain in the 30-lap go here for the Winston Racing Series Pro Stockers.
Down the backstretch, coming up on a slower car of Mike Catino. Hudson's going to try to set him up down the front straightaway. They go on the outside. Wheaton makes the pass. Hudson is there. He's going to glue it to the bumper. Can't seem to make the move that time. They'll come up on Bob Whitney now.
Eric Hudson could have made things a little on the wild side there, but he gentlemanly backed out of it, let Wheaton have the lead going into that turn. Again, this clear speedway. They got a full straightaway before they catch up to Ernie Holland at the back of the field. Danny Bazanson continues to pressure Fred Scaff for the 3rd spot. Here's Danny B down low out of the turn. The down east drilling 33 goes high into the corner. Danny Bazanson. Whoa, Hudson loose that time out of the turn as Danny Bazanson races for the 3rd position.
Eric Hudson driving the wheels off the number 7. This time down the front straightaway. Bazanson makes a move on Freddie Scaff. Biandaca and Bobby Gahan go at it. Great number of veterans in this one.
Scaff got into Danny B that time a little bit, but no harm done. 5 laps to go for Mike Wheaton. 5 to go.
Mike Wheaton trying to hang on for this one. He'd love to win for the St. Jean's Auctioneers. Car number A1 for Bob Nolay. Down the front stretch one more time. Here they come. Wheaton and Hudson now trying to get it going. Here comes Bazanson, a little loose that time off. Turn number 4 with Freddie Scaff in tow.
Bobby Gahan and Pete Biandaca are battling for the 5th spot as Gahan goes to the inside of the WCLB number 50. And he gets underneath Biandaca, moving the 5-0 car, the 50 into the 5th spot. So it continues to be Wheaton and Hudson. Hudson back about a car length. Danny Bazanson runs 3rd, Fred Scaff 4th. Bobby Gahan runs in the 5th position. 2 laps to go for Mike Wheaton. Mikey Wheaton with 2 laps to go. White flag out, one more now for Mike Wheaton. Here's Hudson looking low on Wheaton now as they go right by Eddie Freeland. Hudson trying to put it underneath Wheaton going in. Oh, Hudson's loose. Here's the checkers, and the win's going to go to Mike Wheaton. Eric Hudson 2nd. 3rd, Danny Bazanson. 4th went to the 33, Fred Scaff, and Bobby Gahan rounds out the top 5 in the number 50 car. Wow, that one went right down to the wire. As you saw, Hudson got a look underneath the number A1 of Mikey Wheaton. But Wheaton was not to be denied here tonight in the A1 Tree and Landscapes number A1 car. What a nice run for Mike Wheaton.
Driving the Bob Nolay St. Jean's Auctioneer sponsored Cup. Tonight's Pro Stock winner for Mike Wheaton. Mike Wheaton doing a great job here driving car number A1. Picks up a big, long-awaited victory and is celebrating already down here in Victory Lane with car owner Bob Nolay here on Gatorade night.
Artie, that is his first win of the year here at Star Speedway.
Mike Wheaton celebrating down in Victory Lane. The whole crew, the family, all the kids are down here in for the picture. Once again, tonight, Gatorade night, folks. Gatorade, a major part of NASCAR and a major part of the Star Speedway. Mike Wheaton, once again, picking up the NASCAR Pro Stock win, driving the Bob Nolay sponsored St. Jean's Auctioneers, car number A1. Mike, if I could get a quick moment. First of all, congratulations, your hands are full.
Thank you.
You look a little hot.
Yeah, it's a little warm tonight.
Great race, the car seemed to have plenty of power. I know you didn't want to see any yellows. Coming down to the last couple of laps, a few lap cars got there. Hudson was underneath you. I thought it was going to be a heck of a wreck.
Well, I saw Eric peeking a couple of times, but he's a good racer, and it was good to run side by side with him. I enjoy it.
Once again, first time win here in 1994. Tonight's feature winner, Mike Wheaton. Also, race fans down into Victory Lane, Eric Hudson. We're going to get a quick word with him too. First of all, Eric, congratulations on Gatorade night tonight. You drove a great race, real close there on the last lap.
It was a good race. I was hoping lap traffic would work in my favor, but it didn't quite work that way. It was a great race with Mikey. Ran a great line. Hey, we gave it the best we could. It was a good race. I hope it was a good show for the fans.
That's it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, NASCAR Winston Racing Series Pro Stocks at their best. That's why they're here each and every Saturday night to put on the show for you.
They're showing the white flag by Jim Beebe. That indicates to the field race fans that the next time around we're going green. These 800-horsepower winged warriors of short track racing will have at it fire-breathing, methanol-burning race cars, the fastest in America. Here they come. Chris Purley and Jim Lowry make up that front row. Out of the corner, it's Saturday Night Thunder.
Purley to the lead. Jimmy Lowry on the outside. Boatwell, Richardson, Howie Lane, Whipple, and Dave Simard. Belfiore now trying to get in there.
Chris Purley leads lap number 1 with Jimmy Lowry in hot pursuit. Nate Boutwell 3rd, Richardson 4th, Howie Lane, Dave Simard on the outside of Les Whipple. They're battling for the 6th position.
straightaway off of 2 now. Chris Burley, Lowry, Nate Boatwell now go at it. Boatwell trying to look for some racing room underneath the 07 of Jimmy Lowry. Meanwhile, here comes the 77 on his quest for the front.
He went by Whipple. Now he's working on Joe Petro. Boy, Petro's looking good. He's driving a good line for the first-year former dragster driver. Howie Lane. Correction, it's Howie Lane.
Down the backstretch they go. Lowry, Boatwell, Richardson is in there mixing it up. Nate Boatwell looking for some room. Richardson and Simard now. Here comes Paul Richardson making the way by the 07. Nate Boatwell looking for some room.
Great racing going on there for that second spot. You winners of the qualifiers to need run 1-2. Burley way out in front. Richardson's got a long way to cover if he's going to catch him.
Traffic here down the front straightaway. Paul Richardson running second. Nuclear, Nate Boatwell bobbled a little right there off of turn 2.
Nate Boatwell runs third. Dave Samard is fourth. Fifth is Howie Lane. Les Whipple is sixth. Seventh is Justin Belfiore. Burley with Richardson. Richardson moves by Mark Russell.
Down the backstretch go the second group of cars. Richardson, Boatwell, and Simard. Nose to tail, those three are the best. But out front is the leader, the number 44 of Chris Burley. Down the back straightaway they go. Burley goes to work on the 15 of Green. Here they come on turn number 4.
Richardson trying to reel in the race leader, Chris Burley. Only 11 laps have been completed here. Dave Samard continues to battle with Nate Boatwell for the third spot. Oh, Samard spun! Dave Samard spun on his own out there in the fourth corner. He just lost it. You don't see that happen too often to Dave Samard. The first caution flag flies here on the 12th lap. Dave Samard just simply spun out in the fourth corner in the 77 Epping Express. Okay, we'll watch the field now.
Once again, race fans, last call, 50-50 going down to the window. They're going fast. You can't win if you don't play.
They're set. Ready for Saturday Night Thunder to resume, and here they are. Saturday Night Thunder, the green is out.
Down the front straightaway they go. Chris Burley and Paul Richardson, and Mark Russell will go around to number 6.
Richardson powered by Purley. Purley may have seen the caution light and lifted down the back straightaway. Alrighty, here they come for the restart. 12 laps down, back to green we go.
Paul Richardson on the outside, Chris Burley on the low side. Down the back straightaway they go into turn number 3. Richardson's going to try to close the door. Burley's going to battle back.
Nate Boatwell runs in third. Look at Howie Lane coming alive now as he goes around his former car with Les Whipple aboard. Lane racing for the 4th position. Ricochet Richardson. Look at Simard. Simard just went by Belfiore and Whipple like they were not even there. Whipple pulls up high. He may have a tire gone down to the number 9 car. Lights are on around the speedway for Les Whipple, coming to a stop at the top of the off-run, the off-road into the pits. Russell over here in the first turn. This time, Les Whipple pulling out the yellow. Okay, the caution lights are out, Artie, as we get ready to go back to racing. Drivers showing the white flag indicating next time we're going back to Saturday Night Thunder. Here they are, the green flag out. Purley and Richardson drag race down the front straightaway.
Chris Burley on the high side shows them how it's done. Off turn number 2. Paul Richardson did it the lap before. Chris Burley did it that time. Unbelievable.
Burley eating up Richardson on the race start. Richardson staying right with him, but Richardson doesn't seem to be handling as well as he did. Here comes Dave Samard and Nate Boatwell. They battle for third. We're halfway, and look at Boutwell hook up as he goes by the outside of Richardson.
I don't know, something could be wrong with the number 10.
Handling obviously has gone away on the number 10 car. He's loose off the turn. Boutwell chasing Chris Purley.
Down the back straightaway, off turn 4, here they come. Purley and Boutwell and Samard. Star Speedway's finest right here in the Super Modifieds.
Boutwell pulls the number 77 Simard out of the turns. If Chris Purley wins this one, he will earn it and deserve it. Again, Nuclear Nate looks to explode outside. Purley.
A little focus tag right there, John. These guys are going over 130 miles an hour, and they're playing touch and go on the front straightaway.
You sit here and wait, wonder who's going to make the move. Or can they make the move? Does Purley have the field covered?
They go. Chris Purley, the leader. Nuclear, Nate Boutwell running second. Dave Simard is third. Here comes Boutwell one more time to the high side. Can't seem to make it work. Chris Purley's doing the job down low. Boutwell wearing him out from behind. Dave Simard sees the party and he wants to be invited. Here they come off turn number 4.
Dave Simard wants a shot at Purley, but the thing that's keeping him away from it is Nate Boutwell as he goes up top of the back straightaway. Nuclear Nate comes alive and explodes up top and takes the lead here on lap number 25. The Vic Miller car handling well, and Nuclear Nate doing a great job as he goes by on the outside of Purley. Now it's Simard. Simard goes to work up top, and Simard goes into the second spot.
Back straightaway they go. Boutwell, Simard now nose to tail. 28 laps into the record books. Chris Purley running third. Down the backstretch one more time.
Boutwell seems to be coming off the turns in real good shape as Simard jumps up through the corners right behind him, but Nate pulls him down the straightaway. Good line out of turn number 2 that time for Nate Boutwell. 5 laps to go. 5 to go.
Dave Simard running second, trying to reel him in. Here they go down the back straightaway, inside, outside. Something's got to give. Chris Purley, the number 10 of Paul Richardson, and Justin Belfiore now in the top 5.
Again, Boutwell leads them down the back straightaway. Another good line out of the corner. And Simard again comes right up behind him through the 3rd and 4th turn. Simard just can't glue it down enough to get a shot at Nate Boutwell. There's 2 to go now. 2 laps to go for Nuclear Nate. One more lap to go at the stripe. Here's Simard looking low on Boutwell. Oh, he almost got by him out here. Almost utilized the lap car to his advantage. Almost picked it off. Here he comes up top. Here's the checkers, and it'll be Nuclear Nate Boutwell. With Simard right there. 3rd will go to Purley, Richardson 4th, and 5th spot might be Justin Belfiore. Wow, a pretty eventful feature in our Super Modifieds. 2 cautions. Chris Purley led the bulk of it for laps led. Paul Richardson led it. Purley got the lead back. And then the Nuclear Nate Boutwell exploded on the Speedway, the defending champion. Went by Purley, ate him up on the outside as he moved into the lead. And then Dave Simard almost utilized a lap car to his advantage out here on the front straightaway. It almost snuck by the inside of Nuclear Nate Boutwell, but the Vic Miller, number 11, dialed into perfection here tonight, and Nuclear Nate Boutwell not to be denied of his 2nd feature win of the 1994 season. The Timmy Zalonis Excavating R&R Automotive sponsored automobile, longtime Super Modified car owner Vic Miller, and 2nd generation driver Nate Boutwell here on Gatorade Night, the official thirst quencher of NASCAR. And I am sure Nuclear Nate Boutwell is going to be looking for something cold to drink before this victory lane ceremony is all said and done. Let's go trackside, get your 50-50 tickets out. Gina's down there with the numbers. We'll have it. There's your winner. What a nice hand. Nuclear, Nate Boutwell. Artie Rousseau, take it away.
Thanks, John. Big smile down here from the driver of the number 11. The right rear tire just about falling apart here on this number 11 Super Modifieds. Brilliant job done down here by the Vic Miller crew. Once again on Gatorade night, Nate Boutwell taking all the contingencies and the awards here on Gatorade night. Thanks a lot. Nice job, Nate. Congratulations. You had a rough one there with a couple laps ago. He came up on that lap car, and David reeled you in. I thought it was do or die right there.
I saw him, and I just hung it to the low side. I'll try and hold him off, and it worked.
Chris Purley led the first half of the race. Excellent restart there. Came back with Paul Richardson on the outside, fought him, and then he just seemed to fade there towards the end, and you took hold of it.
Well, I'll tell you, we weren't working as well as we have been, and tonight I got to thank the crew. They really worked their hearts out on the car, and thanks to Gatorade for sponsoring us, and just happy to be here after all the bad luck we've been having.
Nate Boutwell, once again, tonight's Super Modified winner. He's going to grab a 50-50 raffle ticket. One, two, three. We have 3 tickets down here for the 50-50. Black man Jim Beebe is going to shut things down on the Speedway. Lights are out. We're going to go green next time around. Bob Ball and the 04, excuse me, the 4, Steve Rossi in the front row, Stevie Mullins, and the 09 in the next row, Don Little. Here they come off turn number 4. Green flag is out racing once again. Mullins down low, they're 3 wide. Steve Mullins, Don Little, Rob Ball, Allie Olson, Bob Flanders, here they come, all down the pack straightaway. Mullins the leader, the 09 of Don Little is second, Rob Ball is third. Here comes Jay Sands now. Big John DeBarrow waiting for something to happen. He's trying to look to the low side. Mullins gets bumped by the 09. It looks like Tommy Barrett's come to a stop down in the infield area. Stevie Mullins and Don Little, though, looking to pick up their win here tonight. Green flag is out, racing once again in the street stock. Mullins and Little down the front straightaway. Here they come. Mullins goes up a little bit. Little looks underneath. Jay Sands is running third in the number 63. Rob Ball is there in the 3. Steve Rossi, Flanders, DeBarrow gets into it. Nope. Looks like Bob McKenzie in the 08. He keeps it going. Don Little, the new leader, fires it down the back straightaway. Don Little and Stevie Mullins now. Mullins looks to the low side here off turn number 4. Ryan Beecher comes to a slow here on the front straightaway. Up top by the 4th turn wall. Gets it fired back up though. Here comes the rest of the field. Beecher keeps it going, back up front, Little and Mullins battle it out. Jay Sands now, Big John DeBarrow on the move, made it past Allie Olson. Olson trying to hang on, the leaders go around. They're going to try to fire him back up. Stevie Mullins gets it going, he'll back out and take off. The number 09 of Don Little still sitting there, and the caution light will come on. Jay Sands now on the front row with the number 40 of Rich Rossi. Rossi on the outside, Sands down low. Here they come, Big John DeBarrow's in there. Everybody's going around over there in turns 1 and 2. Caution light's going to come on, and Big John's going to go to the pit area. Lights are out on the speedway. Here they come down the backstretch. Jay Sands, the leader. Green flag is out. Sands to the lead. Flanders running second. Allie Olson there. Rob Ball gets a little loose. Everybody's tagging. Going down the back straightaway. Rob Ball's up a little bit between 3 and 4. Stevie Mullins will go around in the number 23. Yellow light comes on for the number 23 of Steve Mullins. Be a part of the NASCAR Winston Racing Series program here tonight at the Star Speedway. This is Gatorade's 10th year of involvement with NASCAR and the sponsor of the Gatorade Circle of Champions program. One very important element of their involvement is the Gatorade Nights at NASCAR Winston Racing Series tracks. Lights are out on the speedway as the fireworks display goes off next door. That's only a preview of what is to come here at the Star Speedway. Green flag is out. Sands and Allie Olson now up front. Allie Olson trying to make the move underneath Flanders, and he does. Tommy Barrett is there in the 2X. Rob Ball. Everybody's banging around down the back straightaway. Ball goes around. Taken out, and they're going to come to a stop over there in turn number 4. Everybody's going around over there in turn 3 and 4. Jim Beebe's going to throw the yellow flag. Lights are out on the speedway. Keep your eyes on the front row. This is going to be a drag race. Jay Sands and Allie Olson. Allie Olson looks to the low side. Sands will go to the lead. Jay Sands the leader. Allie Olson running second. Third is Tommy Barrett. Fourth is the 57 of Brian Beecher now. And here comes Big John DeBurrow. Bob Flanders into the wall here on the front straightaway. A wild ride here down the front stretch, and he'll come to an abrupt stop down there in turn number 1. Flag racing once again. Here they come, Streeters off turn number 4. Jay Sands the leader, Tommy Barrett, and Big John DeBurrow. Down the back straightaway, nose to tail, Barrett, DeBurrow, Allie Olson now looking underneath. Jay Sands off turn number 4. Here they come down the front straightaway. Barrett's going to take him to the rail. DeBurrow trying to get some heat into those tires on the number 9. Whoa, he'll dip it off the back straightaway, drive it down in, and not even lose a spot. Allie Olson will get him sideways. They're all loose off turn number 4. Down into the first turn they go. Everybody gets touched. They come off of it. All right, off turn number 2. DeBarro will take the spot. Olson will drive it down underneath. Rossi is there in the number 40s. Tommy Barrett, Brian Beecher, Don Little, and Mike Ness. Nose to tail now. We got another lap in. Down the back straightaway they go. Allie Olson way up in the number 5. Drive it back down in, try to hang on. He comes together with Mike Ness. Back up front, Big John's trying to reel in the leader, and that is Jay Sands. Tommy Barrett gets tagged by Don Little. Barrett will try to hang on. They get together down the back straightaway. Little goes up high. Here they come off turn number 4. Olson will give him a little tap. They'll come around off of 2 down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, back up front, 5 laps to go. Big John DeBarro has reeled him in. Down the backstretch, the battle for the lead heats up. DeBarro slides up just a bit. Jay Sands trying to hang on. Sands, DeBarro, Rossi, Beecher, Little, and Barrett, the top 5. Little gets into Beecher in the number 57. Looks like he cut the tire down. He's going to have to go to the pit area. Jay Sands doing everything he can to hold on. And Don Little comes to a stop over there top turn number 3. 2 laps left to go for Jay Sands. Big John trying to make a move. White flag is out down into turn number 3. Don Little trying to fire it up. Here they come off turn number 4. DeBarro looks slow on Sands. White flag is out. 1 to go. Jay Sands up high. DeBarro down low. Down the back straightaway they go. DeBarro trying to make the move. Jay Sands holds on. Off turn number 4. Here they come down the front straightaway. Unbelievable. Jay Sands holds him off. Jay Sands picks up the win here in the Street Stock finale on Gatorade night. He'll roll down into victory lane. Great job done by this driver here in the Street Stock division. There he is. He's out of the car. How about a round of applause for Seabrook's own Jay Sands? Jay Sands down there being congratulated by Jim Beebe and the Gatorade girl. Bud Light's at their best right here. Michael Barton, Ian Thompson, and Chris Bolton. Here they come off turn number 4. Barton and Thompson go side by side. Bolton is in there. Tim Casey now 3 wide down the back straightaway. Lee Weldy's got to back out of it just a little bit. Here comes Van Docker and Baldwin. Everybody plays a little bumper tag right there, and they all kept it going. Barton, Bolton is all over him. Bolton, Chris Bolton looks underneath here off turn number 4. Barton had the advantage going into the corner. Bolton is there. Ian Thompson, Lee Weldy, and Tim Casey now. Weldy drives into him. He's going to go around. Michael Barton and Chris Bolton up front. These guys, the double B team right here. Barton and Bolton, here they come. Off turn number 4, green flag is out down the front straightaway. Barton to the lead, Bolton on the outside. Casey is in, Lee Weldy is there. Here comes the Intimidator. Georgie Baldwin on the outside in the double L. Peter Fiandaca in tow. Dave Rosenfield up in there now. Keep your eyes on him in the 55. Rosenfield going to work on the double L as they come off turn 4. Battle for the lead. Tim Casey goes down underneath. Tim Casey, the new leader, down the back straightaway. Casey, Barton, Weldy, Bolton, Rosenfield, and the double L of Baldwin. Paul Matthews is in there now. He starts to mix it up. Baldwin goes way up high, dips it off, and brings it right back in. Dave Rosenfield trying to make something happen here in the 55. Bolton pulls down in front of him. Barton running second. Tim Casey all over the place here in the front straightaway. Off of 2, here comes Lee Weldy now going to work. Tommy Mason, Rich Novak, and Steve Kolofsky are up in there. Meanwhile, George Baldwin gets into it with the 74, tries to hang on, and he does. Good save by George Baldwin right there. Only lost one spot to Peter Fiandaca. Dave Rosenfield gets a short end of it over here at top turn number 2. Green flag out once again. Here they come. Timmy Casey, Lee Weldy off turn number 4. Casey, Weldy, Bolton, and Barton. Baldwin to go at it. Down the back straightaway. Peter Fiandaca is up in there in the Mid-City pavement. Car number 135. George Baldwin trying to make things happen here down on the low side. Gets together with Michael Barton. Halfway this time by. 12 down, 13 to go for Tim Casey. The traveling man starting to put on the show here as he's going to look to the high side of Chris Bolton. Down the back straightaway. Casey pulls away just a little bit. Lee Weldy is there. Chris Bolton is there. Fiandaca and Baldwin now are there. They'll work off turn number 4. Fiandaca trying to hold him down on the high side. Baldwin is right there sniffing the rear deck lid of the 135. Matthews up in there ready to mix it up. Peter Fiandaca goes to work now on the 44 of Lee Weldy. He'll drive it down on the low side. Weldy on the low side. Fiandaca on the high side, and he'll get the spot down into turn number 1. Peter Fiandaca trying to go to town here. turned around. Lights are out on the speedway. Tim Casey and Peter Fiandaca looking to come alive here, this Bud Light main event. Tim Casey back to the lead. Peter Fiandaca running second. Chris Bolton and Georgie Baldwin have at it now. Paul Matthews down underneath. Whoa, Steve Pulaski's going to go around. Gets into the side of Dave Rosenfield. And Lee Weldy comes to a halt here on the front straightaway also. Drag race once again down the backstretch. Here he comes, Tim Casey and Peter Fiandaca. George Baldwin on the high side, real loose up there. Tommy Mason gets by, Brett Rollins gets by. Tim Casey still the leader of this one. Peter Fiandaca running second. Chris Bolton having a great run here in third. Casey looking to use some real estate right here off turn 4. Off of 2, down the back straightaway they go once again. Peter Fiandaca is going to try to make a move. And we got a caution point. Looking for a restart right here. Peter Fiandaca sleeping on that one. Here they come off turn number 4. Tim Casey got the jump. Chris Bolton is there. Peter Fiandaca is in third. Tough break for him. Less than 5 laps to go. Come down the front straightaway. Casey, Bolton, Fiandaca, Matthews, and Rollins go at it now. Tommy Mason is in there. Rich Nowak, Dave Delaney, and Lee Weldy. 2 laps to go. Down the backstretch they go. 1 more lap to go. White flag is out for Tim Casey. Here they come off turn number 4. Fiandaca and Chris Bolton go at it. Bolton having a great run here tonight. Rich Nowak in trouble. Off turn 4, here they come down the front straightaway. Casey's going to win it. Bolton to second, Fiandaca to third, Rollins to fourth, and the number 67, a great run for Tommy Mason. Down into victory lane, being congratulated by family and friends. Here once again, Gatorade night tonight at the Star Speedway. out of Pittsfield, New Hampshire, driving the number 7 as he unbuckles. How about a round of applause for tonight's Bud Light main event winner, Tim Casey. There he is, Big Tim Casey. Don't worry, plenty of time left to go here tonight. You'll get to go wherever else you have to go. All kinds of racing coming your way still to come. Finish stocks up next, and then the Strictly stocks. Out on the speedway. Troy Breggy on the stand now. He's ready to turn him loose. Side by side off turn 4. Here they come. Breggy's going to let him go. Stevie DeGrozelli will go to the lead. John Libby and John McCarthy come together. Down the back straightaway. McCarthy loses a few spots on that one. Corey Sullivan running second. Doug Collier running third. Backs out of it a little loose right there down the back straightaway. Everybody will get bunched up. Anaki will get into the side of Kevin Ouellette. Ouellette keeps it going in the number 98. He could have a flat tire. Doug Collier now battles it out with Paul Marson and Billy McCarthy. They work down the back straightaway. Corey Sullivan is there. Ouellette gets it fired back up. He's going to try to drop in. Down the back straightaway, your leader, Stevie DeGrozelli. Corey Sullivan, Matt Scott, the top 3. Doug Collier is 4th. 5th is the number 30 of Billy McCarthy. Paul Marson is next. And then Dave Matthews in the number 24. Grozelli now working down the back straightaway. He's going to try to put a lap on Doug Collier. He'll come off turn number 4 down the front stretch. Billy McCarthy battles it out now with Matt Scott and Corey Sullivan. Down the back straightaway, they look for some racing room up high. McCarthy gets shuffled a little bit. Matt Scott gets down underneath. They put a lap on John Libby. Jason Marr comes rolling down here into turn number 3. Corey Sullivan and Billy McCarthy go at it. Jason Marr will limp it into the pit area. Stevie DeGrozelli just past the halfway point. He's the leader. Billy McCarthy's got a lot of racing to do if he's going to catch him. Corey Sullivan will pull it in the 0. DeGrozelli the leader. Second is McCarthy. Third is Paul Marson. Fourth is Matt Scott. And rounding out the top 5, Dave Matthews so far. Stevie DeGrozellia a little loose that time in the number 56 car. Some heavy traffic ahead of him down the back straightaway. Arsenal in the 0 and Leiby in the 77. DeGrozellia goes down underneath. 5 laps left to go for Stevie D. Defending track champion here in the mini stock division. He's got that thing fired up down the back straightaway. 4 laps to go for Steve DeGrozellia. Down into turn number 1. Billy McCarthy has his work cut out as he tries to get by Arsenal in the 0. McCarthy now trying to go to work on Doug Collier in the 89. They'll work down the backstretch. 2 laps left to go for Steve DeGrozellia. DeGrozellia down the back straightaway with the lead. McCarthy running second. Marson is in the top 3. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Works off of 2 down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Here it comes, a long time coming right here. 56 of Stevie DeGrozellia. He's going to win it. McCarthy is second. Marson is third. 4th will go to Matt Scott. And rounding out the top 5, the number 24 of Dave Matthews. Down into Victory Lane here on Gatorade night, driving the Toy Town Auto Salvage, Paul's Auto Body, Arts Auto Center sponsored. Car number 56 is tonight's feature winner. There he is. How about a round of applause for Stevie DeGrozellia? Stevie D being congratulated by his dad Paul down there as they get the thing hooked up here tonight. Driving car number 56, being congratulated by family and friends. Here once again on Gatorade night. Steve accepting the award down there. Gatorade, the official thirst quencher of NASCAR and Star Speedway. Stevie gets his picture taken with the Gatorade crew down there in Victory Lane. Of Steve Chetrell on the front row, the number 15 of Jerry Dodge. They're looking for the green flag. Joel Patterson. Excuse me, 37. Pete Fraser is up front. Here they come off turn 4, and it's going to be a wild one. Bumping and grinding going on already. Here they come off of 2, down the back straightaway. Oscar Leclerc, Dean Weber, and Mighty Mike Lewis. Mighty Mike Lewis looks like he could have a flat also. Down the back straightaway they go. Lewis trying to get it fired back up. J.R. Garill and Dean Weber go at it now. The yellow flag will come out. Because these guys are the ones that are going to come hot and heavy. Here they come off turn number 4. Green flag is out. Oscar Leclerc will go to the lead, and Dean Weber will go around. Dean Weber looked like he had a flat over there in turn number 2. He'll work down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Oscar Leclerc goes by. Here comes J.R. Burrill down to the low side. Here they come side by side of the stripe. Phil Burrill Jr. knows where to put it, but Oscar Leclerc is going to battle it back in the number 45. Down the back straightaway. The number 33 of Steve Tetrold is third. Palin is there. Mighty Mike Lewis is down in the top 5. J.R. Burrill, once again the leader. Lewis looks underneath of Brian Palin. Makes it work down low in the number 3 car. Nose to tail now of the field. Dean Weber trying to get underneath Palin, and he does. He's trying to follow Mike Lewis. J.R. Burrill, the leader. Oscar Leclerc running second. Steve Tetrold is third. Mike Lewis is fourth. And Dean Weber now in the top 5. Down the front straightaway, halfway. 7 down, 8 to go. This 15-lap main event here for the Strictly Stocks. Leader coming up on some heavy traffic. Dean Weber looks underneath Mike Lewis. Lewis trying to make a move on Steve Tetrold. Lewis on the high side in the 3. The 33 of Tetrold down low. And here comes the 30 of Dean Weber. Nose to tail. Here they come off turn number 4. Weber now sticks the nose down underneath. Mike Lewis up high. They'll bobble off turn number 4 down the back straightaway. That's the battle for third. Lewis has the advantage up high. Here comes Weber down low. Heavy action on the front straightaway. Tetrold gets into Weber, and he's going to back out of it. He went through the infield. Tetrold takes Joel Patterson out. They'll go around down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, the 17 is still the leader. Phil Burrill Jr. leads it this time off turn 4, 3 wide. A great job done by that youngster. Oscar Leclerc running second. Mike Lewis now up to third in the 3. Dean Weber is running 4th. 2 laps to go for the leader, Phil Burrill Jr. Oscar Leclerc running second. Mike Lewis makes it 3 wide down there, going through some lap traffic. We got smoke all over the place. White flag is out for J.R. Burrill. Burrill works down the back straightaway. Here he comes for win number 6. Phil Burrill Jr. driving car number 17 down the front straightaway. He'll pick it up. Oscar Leclerc finishes second. Third goes to Mike Lewis. Fourth to Dean Weber. And rounding out the top 5 is the 11X of Steve Yanacco. Don't forget, tomorrow night, right back here, giant fireworks plus triple enduros. Also tomorrow afternoon, opening at 4, first race at 6, the Hudson Speedway with their full regular show. Hudson opens once again on Sunday for a spectacular fireworks display. All kinds of fireworks all over the place here in the Northeast this weekend, this beautiful holiday weekend. Tonight, Gatorade night, and down into Victory Lane, pulls off the beautiful painted up helmet. There he is. How about a round of applause for Phil Burrell Jr. as he picks up tonight's Strictly Stock main event here, Gatorade night. Great to see the whole gang down there in Victory Lane. Phil Burrell Sr. as he accepts the awards and trophy from the Gatorade gang. Tonight being Gatorade night once again. Gatorade, the official thirst quencher of NASCAR and Star Speedway here this evening.